What is the hardest thing that a human being can do on this earth? Are you thinking about the conquest of mountains, the exploration of space, or the adventure to the deepest place of the ocean? We have been taught that we must do something in order to make a living on earth. We need to go to school to get a good education. We need to study hard to get a good job. We need to work even harder to make a living. What is special about all of that? We were all born with nothing in our hands, so when we leave this world, we gotta leave it with nothing in our hands. Can you take your phones to go to another world with you? So what is special about buying phones, cars and houses, and later on we realize that we have to lose everything, that we have to leave everything behind? My friend, the hardest thing to do on this earth is not about becoming a billionaire with thousands and thousands of real estates and hotels. The hardest thing for a human being to do on this planet is the art of doing nothing. Most people think that when they do nothing, something will happen. Yes, they are right. Something will happen when you do absolutely nothing. Think of you like a dot in the center of a circle. The circle is the universe around you, and you are the center of the universe from the point of your awareness. The dot represents unity, wholeness, oneness, the beginning of things, and the first principle, because everything must first start with a dot. If you want to draw any kind of line, you must start with a dot. A line is just the accumulation of many dots all together. Therefore, the dot, the oneness or the unity, is within everything, because nothing comes forth without the dot. The symbol for the dot is number 1, which represents unity of all things. We have 1 times 1 equal 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. Therefore, the dot never moves away from unity, always remains at rest and unchanging. Now, the moment you move anywhere outside of this center, you separate yourself from unity and start to experience duality. In other words, you do not experience the wholeness of life, but you experience life with duality. Right and left, up and down, good and evil, happiness and sorrow. Duality means that you cannot know about one thing without knowing the opposite side of that thing. For example, you cannot know good without knowing evil. You cannot know what is hot without knowing what is cold. You cannot know what is joy without knowing what is sadness. The moment you feel happy, for sure, another moment you will be sad. If you want to be super rich, you have to be willing to experience extreme poverty before you being rich, because that is duality. They cannot be separate from each other. That's why we all have the price to pay if we want something out of this world, and the price that we have to pay is the opposite of what we want. Duality is just like a coin, because it always has two faces. Without this polarity, that duality does not exist. There is no coin that has only one face. In Chinese culture, this duality is represented by the principle of yin and yang. Although yin is different from yang, yin cannot exist without yang. Inside yin we have yang. Inside yang we have yin. One is inseparable from the other. Now, take a look again at the circle and the dot. If you don't move anywhere from this center, you will not experience duality, so you will not be moved with the flow of life, of good and evil, of yin and yang, but you are the center of the universe, who is unmoving, unchanging. The moment you do nothing, you are the oneness that is inside everything. Because everything starts from the dot, and the dot is that which unites everything. If you want to be everything in this world, to embrace all of the possibilities that you can ever imagine, all you need to do is to do absolutely nothing. When we come down here on this planet, we come down here as a dot. When we leave this place, we have to come back to the original source, which is the dot in the center of this circle. Buddha said, "Desire is the root of all sufferings." Because you don't move anywhere from this center, you desire nothing. Therefore, you suffer nothing. Nothingness will kill all of your belief systems, habits, thoughts, emotions, and attachments. As a result, you will die. Your old self, your ego, will be crucified on the cross. Then your new self will be resurrected, transforming your life to a completely new life, a life that is free from desire. The art of doing nothing is the hardest thing that a human being can do on this earth, because you will be born again with a new body, a new mind, and a new life. Thank you for listening.